challenging. This trip has been challenging. I got to Arizona the second time, slightly before Christmas. I was then sick for a week. I then toured around Arizona with Tsunami. Then I came back and I got kind of stuck. So I apologize for not uploading videos, but you're welcome at the same time for me not cranking out boring ass videos. I'd rather make nothing than something boring that you guys don't like, that's super lame, has nothing to do with my trip. However, you guys do need to know that it's not all gravy here. You know what I mean? It is difficult. I'm away from my family, I'm away from my friends, I'm away from everything that I know and that's comforting to me. To embrace a total lifestyle, a nomadic lifestyle where I'm constantly on the road and driving places every single day on the hunt for adventure. So please accept my apology for not making daily videos the past couple of weeks. One of the things I did up in Portland was I got 2 weeks of acupuncture for some health things. Mostly to make sure that I remain healthy. I was also kind of fixing some things, but we don't need to get into that. Also, I attempted to do my taxes. I didn't have all the paperwork, didn't quite work as planned, so I'll have to go back and do that later. Probably do an extension. Extensions are great things. Now, you guys, I feel like I've gotten into a sort of rhythm of things, and it would be nice to challenge myself, or perhaps if you guys could challenge me to make different kinds of videos, or I should say, just not the same thing every day after day after day. I want to learn on this trip. I want to grow on this trip. I sometimes will step on inflatable packaging on this trip. And what I most want to do on this trip is to challenge everything that I've known previous to this. What I've known previous to this is that normal people, all people, most people, live in apartments and houses and buildings. And that's the American dream. Well, I want you guys to know about the new American dream. The new American dream is not paying Mr. Cho $1,200 of your hard-earned money that you made from busting your ass in a bar working until 3 a.m. for 7 years. That's what I did. It was awful. It was a lot of fun, but it was terrible. I'm not a night person. I like to wake up early in the morning. I don't like drunk people. I barely even drink myself. I like kombucha, for example. I prefer kombucha over alcohol. And if you don't believe me, just watch any of my videos. I also have one right here. What I also want to challenge you guys, the viewers, is ask yourself, how much stuff do you actually need? Like, how many freaking pairs of shoes do you need? You have one pair of feet. That means you can only wear one pair of shoes at a time. At a time, people. How many pairs of shoes do you need? How many shirts do you need? How many pairs of pants? How many undies? How many... It just goes on and on. This idea of collecting things. I mean, it's like, I've been kind of a nomadic kind of person for a while, but like even having a couch or a futon or a bed kind of stressed me out, because then I always think, oh crap, where am I gonna put it when I move away from this place? How am I gonna get it to my next place? Why do I have so much stuff? And what I'm learning now is that I essentially can travel with a very small amount of belongings. I traveled to Portland for 2 weeks. I brought one backpack, one pair of shoes, wherever they are, and 2 pairs of jeans. 2 pairs of jeans. Because who cares if I wear the same stuff every other day or every day and wash it or whatever? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what I have been told from Uncle Dan, who is named, you know, the Dan, the Adventure Bus is named after late Uncle Dan. Your things become you. That means the more stuff you have, the more time in the day goes to managing your stuff that you own. If you don't believe me, ask somebody that owns lots of crap, or your friend who has a storage unit. Your friend is probably storing maybe $2,500 worth of goods in a storage unit that they pay $100 a month for. After 2 years, they've purchased the same amount of stuff, like the equivalent of the same amount of stuff and that they're trying to store, and you can't even sell it. It's not like the stuff appreciates, it depreciates. So your $2,500 retail worth of stuff is maybe worth $200 at a garage sale, and then you just poured in $2,400 to keep $200 worth of stuff. It doesn't make any sense. Throw out your stuff, get rid of multiple things, live with simplicity and live with fewer belongings. And here I am ranting and raving with a bunch of stuff that I just purchased. You see the irony? Even I don't need all this stuff. I don't need all these, you know, pillow covers. They're gonna look good though. You know, I'm gonna have like 10 pillows in my bus. But like, even I'm a hypocrite to this, to certain things. And I'm trying to challenge myself as well and ask myself, what is really important? What do I need on this trip? And I've kind of come to the decision that I need a toilet. And I have 2 of them, but I'm taking that one back. So my rant for the day is challenge yourself, ask yourself, do you need all that stuff? Do you need a brand new car? No. I like people, you know, when they tell me, my friends tell me, oh, I just got a brand new Prius, I'm saving so much money on gas. Oh, really? Well, how much money are you spending on your lease? How much money do you have to pay for insurance? How much money, if you purchase it, is depreciating? So it's, you see what I'm saying? If you bought like a cheap car for a couple $1,000s that got decent gas mileage, like 30, 35 miles per gallon, even if it depreciates 50%, well, 50% of $3,000 is $1,500. You spread that over like 3 years, that means you spent $500 a year on a car, minus whatever it costs to repair, because I know used cars, you know, things go wrong. But you're never gonna come close to the amount of depreciation of a $35,000 Prius, for example. You know what I'm saying? Just to get like 60 miles per gallon or 55 or whatever they are. It's a waste of money, folks. I've learned it the hard way. And that's why I want to share it with you, is that you don't need all this fancy new crap. You just need a few things, some essentials, a couple pairs of shoes, a few pairs of jeans, etc. And if you can move into a vehicle or a bus, a van, something like that, you cut your expenses, then you can travel more. You can work less. You can, you know, see more things that you've dreamed of seeing. A lot of people, you know, they kind of are like, wow, I wish I could do what you could do. And I wish I could tell all of you, you can. It's totally possible. There's 2 ways you do it. You either make more money while spending the same amount of money, or you spend less money while making the same amount of money. Because I guarantee you can double your income by spending less money. Apartment? Do you want to be nomadic like me? You don't need one. Electricity bill? No more. Gas, electric? No more. Trash, whatever, other fees? Wi-Fi, internet, cable? No more. You know, you see what I'm saying here? So, in order to live this nomadic lifestyle, you have to be willing to give up the things that you are comfortable with. And that's not an easy thing. It wasn't easy for me to give up an apartment a half a block to the beach in Venice Beach with, you know, a pretty good price, $1,200 in that neighborhood. The equivalent apartment right now is going for maybe like $1,600, $1,700, $1,800. It's expensive in LA. Because I had the apartment, I had to have a job to pay for the apartment. You see what I'm saying? Nothing there resembles freedom. You're just in this centrifugal hamster wheel for eternity. You see, you know what I mean? So anyways, if you want to live this lifestyle, I highly recommend it. Spend less money, get rid of your apartment, get a cheap vehicle to live in, boom. Go on a lot of adventures, and your friends will be jealous. Trust me.